I'm in your face.
What is up, diecast homies? I know it's been a while since you've heard from me. Life happens, running a business. New house, new responsibilities, stuff like that. So today we're just going to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about Hot Wheels for Hope. We're going to talk about the drive that we're doing. It's not over. I've had 0 emails about any more donations. I haven't seen too much on social media about it, so I'm back here again to get people revved up about it, to get people excited about it. One thing in doing something like this, you kind of have to stay on people to continue to share and get excited about it, So I appreciate everyone that's donated cars to their local charities. It's such a great thing, and I'm excited to be able to be a part of it. I think everyone that donates is a part of it just as much as I am. And like I always say, we're just doing it for the kids. We're not doing it for self-gain at all. There's no look at me. I haven't seen any of that, which is amazing. Not that I was expecting to see any of that, but, sometimes you do. So we'll kind of just talk about, just social media, YouTube, stepping back from my channel a bit for the time being, and just appreciate the people who have stuck with me through that. I've lost a decent amount of subscribers, and people don't come around, and, stuff like that. But we'll get into that, what that means and what it doesn't mean. And so, basically, if you guys haven't heard, I'm sure everyone listening to this, I think most people listen to this on YouTube, but I do capture some new people out there on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. So one thing I'd like to tell you guys about is Hot Wheels for Hope. It's an organization that I started a couple years ago, and basically we're just getting cars in the hands of sick children, less fortunate children, so that they can have, and all year round, food banks, kids that have to go to food banks. It's not an exciting thing to do. So it's exciting to be able to get cars when you go to a food bank, because you're there for, because your parents are struggling, and we've all been there, not all of us, but we've all been there, in the struggle, especially during COVID. Myself, that's why I started my business and quit my job of almost 10 years and moved on to something else to do my own thing. So because of the struggle of COVID. But back to the original Hot Wheels for Hope. You can find any information about what we do there at www.hotwheels4hope.org. So right now we're racing cars for kids, like I just said, and we're somewhere around 6,000 cars that have been donated from all the diecast collectors out there, and I've gotten some money from family members. My wife's mom gave us some money, and my parents gave us some money, and we went out and bought some Hot Wheels for that. And quick segue, I haven't been hunting for a while. Like I'm not really hunting anymore. If I'm at a store that has Hot Wheels, of course I'm going to go over there. But it's not a thing I'm doing in the point of my life right now where I'm going to different stores and driving all over the place. Don't have time for it. But I went to Walmart, and Hot Wheels are $1. Gosh, what were they, $1.18 or something like that now? So it's like, that's how bad the economy is right now, because Hot Wheels has always maintained that dollar car, and they can't even do it anymore. So that's sad to see, especially when you're trying to buy, cars for kids, and you see that, wow, my dollar's not going as far as it used to with these cars. So that's something we can talk about at a later time. But there's no fix for that. It's not like Hot Wheels. I mean, things need to go up sometimes. I'm sure Hot Wheels did. Mattel did all they could to keep those prices where they were at for as long as they did. But it's very sad to see the price shoot up like that. And it's actually cheaper. I bought a bunch of Matchboxes because they were cheaper. And of course, they've got fire engines and a lot of cool cars for kids. So I bought a lot of Matchbox. And I'm usually not buying much Matchbox, but it just went a lot further. So I bought a lot of Matchbox. So we're raising cards for kids. It's an amazing thing. I've said it a lot of times, not everybody can donate, but I think most everyone can. Everyone's got a couple extra bucks they can do. I don't care if people donate 1 car, 10 cars, 100 cars, 1,000. It's all amazing, it's whatever you can give, because there's people with a lot of money out there, and they may give $1,000, but that may be less than a penny to them, with how much money they have. So I appreciate people out there that are really spreading the word and getting excited about it, because it's something I'm passionate about, and I've been spending a lot of time. And of course, I could always be spending more time promoting it, but I can only do so much. So I really need the help of you guys to spread the word on. Be obnoxious about it. I mean, I have to be. just spread it everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Keep posting about it. I'll make another video soon. I don't want it to get forgotten about. We all have our own things going on in our own lives. We've all got our own drama. We've all got responsibilities. But just keep in mind, if you've got time to make YouTube videos or videos about cars that you found this week, just please, take some time to make something to share that you can get an extra few cars from somebody else that didn't hear about it, that doesn't know about it. So I just kind of, it's just something that I just ask of you guys. If you guys have followed me for a long time, just ask you to just keep spreading the word about Hot Wheels for Hope for the drive. I've given a lot of cars of my own, and I may give more out of my own collection, my personal collection. And it's really a truly amazing thing to be able to do during the holidays, to think about the economy's, like I said, it sucks right now. Your basic cars are very expensive. So, the less fortunate families out there don't have a lot of money. They're not going to be able to buy their kids very many presents this year. And it's not about presents. Our family's never been about presents. I've always had enough. We just love each other's presents, but for some kids, they just need something to play with. They need the toys to play with and uplift them, and just like, you guys know, it's like so nostalgic to think about. Back in the day when I'm sitting in my, in the hallway, wood floors, rolling those Hot Wheels down there. I still am blessed enough to have a couple of them. The Baja Breaker, and an old Corvette that you can like pull up and down, and it's got rake to it. And then I had a Cruella de Vil Cadillac too, with the metallic paint. I still have that. But I remember, just racing those down there, and this one's for Chuck. I had one, a Crash Test Dummies, and it would break in half, and it had magnets, and that was a lot of fun too. So just take yourself back to those days where, maybe you didn't play with Hot Wheels as a kid, but maybe you can give that opportunity to someone that normally wouldn't play with them, or be able to get them in their hands, so they can make those long-lasting memories. That nostalgic feeling that you and I remember is such a magical thing. And the more we spread the words, and the more cars we get out there, like I said, the goal is 10,000 cars. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but you can find that all on the website. Goal is 10,000 cars. I'm not going to give up until we get there. And it's a cool thing to do. So if you can spread the word to everybody, if we can get some bigger channels to post stuff, bigger Instagram channels to spread the word, we can get to that 10,000 cars and hit our goal, because next year's going to be even bigger, probably double it. We'll go for like 20,000 cars, but we're not going to get there unless the word is spread and more people are just giving cars. Like I said, 1 car, 2 car, 10 cars, 20 cars, it doesn't matter. So Keep spreading the word, everybody. I appreciate everybody who's donated and sent pictures and everything. I'm trying to get some more emails. I haven't gotten any emails in a couple weeks about cars being donated. So if you have, make sure you email me at hotwheelsforhope@gmail.com and I can add that tally so we can keep that number growing. So yeah, that's what I want to start out with. I just want to talk about stepping back from YouTube a bit. Of course, we still have the diecast breakdown, which is an amazing thing. We're trying to keep up and stay, at least one episode a month. They're very high production type of video. It's not your typical podcast like I'm doing right now, where I'm just sitting down in my guest room talking to a mic by myself. It's a little bit different, a little bit more time consuming. Chuck's done an amazing job with editing and the commercials, and we've all got guests, and it's all very difficult. So also, if you guys can support us and either share it, I think that's the most important thing, is sharing the diecast breakdown so that we can get out there to a larger audience. And then you can buy some merchandise, will help us a little bit. I just bought 3 shirts. That helps us out. And then, of course, here and there, any kind of donations is appreciated, because we're not making a dime off of it. We're all putting money into it, and eventually, we may see a couple bucks out of it, but that's not why we're doing it. So, but, if anything, just share the diecast breakdown so that we can get our name out there, and we can go to some events and interview people, and we really enjoy doing that. We really enjoy introducing different builders and designers and influential people that have built these cars and made them what they are. We like to be able to introduce them to you guys and let you know who they are as a person, their story. And I think that's an amazing thing, and I'm really blessed to be a part of that and to have been an inspiration in that with my podcast. So I just thank you. Shout out to Chuck, to David, and to my beautiful wife, Kimber, because she does a lot of the scheduling and a lot of that type of stuff, setting that stuff up, and she's amazing. So check it out. We just had a new one post. We had Rob on there. It was a little rough because of being so far away, connections, microphone. We had some malfunctions and stuff like that. So if you guys have ever done that kind of stuff, it gets a little dicey and frustrating when computers are your best and worst enemy. When they're working great, but when they're not, your life is miserable. So yeah, it was a tough one, but yeah, so just make sure you're subscribed to our channel, the Diecast Media Network, and you can follow us on any one of the podcasts for the Diecast Breakdown. So check it out, man. Just check it out, guys and gals. And so, yeah, just been kind of stepping back for a while from YouTube. I haven't been posting a lot of videos, no hunting videos. Like I said, I'm not doing much of that anymore. And I'm not even doing too much collecting. I've bought some cars here and there. Once I get a little bit more established at my place and with work and everything, with my business, then I can probably, put a little bit more time into it. But don't, basically my advice to everyone is don't overstretch yourself. Don't put yourself here and promise that you can do this and that and think that you can do all this stuff, because some people can. Some people thrive off that. Some people do it with their eyes closed. But don't overstress yourself. Don't overdo it. YouTube's a fun place to post videos and share stuff with people. But you don't need don't seek validation from other people. Don't seek likes. Don't seek a bunch of comments, because in the end it'll leave you empty. Because it's better to have those few people, that really support you, that really encourage you, that come alongside of you and help you grow. Because I've had a lot of those people in my life, And you can be one of those people too that helps people grow and help people succeed and encourage people, because there's so many people out there that like to cut each other down. There's going to be people that don't agree with you, but that we're all human beings. Like, we're not going to always agree with each other, but we can always find common ground somewhere. So I mean, complaining about scalpers, complaining about the price of Hot Wheels or RLCs or Super Treasure Hunts, it's a waste of words, because it's not going to change. You're not going to change it, and it's first world problems. To be honest with you, it's very first world. It's not even first world problems. There's people out there that are sick and dying and starving, and we've got people here in the the diecast community complaining about scalpers and prices and stuff like that. It's very petty. So I don't condone even complaining about that kind of stuff, because where does it bring us? So I mean, don't overdo yourself. I mean, I encourage people to start channels, to maintain channels, to keep videos coming. I mean, if you want to really like succeed on YouTube, which I don't really care, that's not why I do it, you have to stay really consistent, because if you don't stay consistent, then people kind of drop off. They don't watch you anymore. They don't really support you anymore. I've lost a decent amount of subscribers, and I don't see people come around much anymore. But there are handfuls of people that have stuck with me from the beginning, and some people ask, like, "Where'd you go, man?" And it's like, well, I got to hit the pause button. Life happens, and I don't want to overdo it and overstress myself. You got a lot of other creators out there that do the same thing and put a pause on it, and you drop down in like views to nothing, and people kind of leave, and and it's don't worry about that kind of stuff. If you need to put a pause button on your social media, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whoever's on there, I'm not. But don't worry about that. Don't seek validation. There's so many great people that you can meet in real life, and relationships you can build, and don't worry about somebody else that's across the country that calls your video stupid or doesn't agree with you. It's all petty drama that none of us really want to deal with, but people still dive into it. Some people are just drawn to that kind of stuff. So that is not me, though. I evacuate from any kind of drama, So that's this channel, this podcast that I do. I'm always trying to uplift people, because I hope with a shred of it that it passes on to somebody else, and they can help somebody succeed and encourage somebody to do what they want to do. And hopefully you guys take away some good stuff from my podcast. And I just ask that you guys, if you guys like it, if you guys want to have me talk about certain other things or have some more guests on, I haven't really had the time to do much of that, because we do that on the diecast breakdown. So I don't really go too far out of my way to have people on here much anymore. But let me know whatever feedback you guys think that you guys want me to do, like whether you want me to stay more consistent and do one once a week. I definitely can't do probably much more than one or two a week, just with my schedule and everything. But I do enjoy talking to you guys, updating you guys, and help encourage you guys, hopefully. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to keep this one fairly short. We're at about 19 minutes now. I just encourage you guys to go out there this week, to meet new people, to someone that you may not like, someone that you really don't like, or someone that says some bad things about you, or there's all those kind of people, or even family members that you don't get along with. I mean, I just encourage you to pray for that person, regardless of what your beliefs are. That's I think everyone knows what my beliefs are. I love Jesus, and encourage you guys to pray for that person because prayer is power, and always turn the other cheek. I mean, there's always going to be people out there, even in the diecast community, that attack you, or make videos about you, or whatever. I mean, I've seen it all. I've had it happen to myself, and it doesn't, of course, sometimes it bothers you a little bit, but you just move on. You brush it off and you move on because, it's the people that are like either, keeping track of you, that are making fun of you. They're fans. I mean, like, why else do they care? I mean, you can call them haters or whatever, but they're keeping track of you, so they're either threatened or whatever by you. But yeah, I mean, don't let those kind of people bother you or bring you down, because you're better than that, and you're more than that. And just never forget to be yourself. Be you. Don't be someone that get, some kind of other character that gets more likes and get caught up in the world of social media where people always post the best of things. And, post when you mess up, post the custom car that you screwed up and show people how you succeeded through that. I mean, you're never going to grow unless you fail. And you're going to fall down. You have to continually get picked up. You have to pick yourself up. And, in my life, in my case, in my faith, the Lord picks me up and helps me to continue on. So I'm just a very blessed person. No matter what happens, I know, I have God watching out for me. So I love you guys. I hope you guys continue to have a great week. And don't forget about Hot Wheels for Hope and helping children, and just spread the word. I mean, if you've given already, just keep spreading the word, please, because it may get out there to bigger channels or just somebody that's got a ton of cars they need to offload. Maybe they've got a old collection, or maybe somebody passed away in their family and they've got 200 extra Hot Wheels from 1998, and it's that opportunity to donate them to like a charity or a food bank. So keep posting it. So I love you guys. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next podcast.